Well, today I'm looking at the largest long barrow in Britain. Well, the gap in the trees there is where I'm headed. That is the long barrow from a distance, and I'm going to be entering via the trees to the left and the right hand side. I have a little wander through those as well. So we carry on up this track here. It's not a long walk, but it's so interesting to be out in this landscape. And if I just edge around, you can see how remote and beautiful it is. And it's the largest area of grassland apparently in Europe. Incredible. So we'll carry on this way and it won't be long before we're there. Well, I'm really looking forward to this. Walking on Salisbury Plain here, it's nice and remote. I'm in an authorised area, so I'm not in an area that's going to cause any problems. And this long barrow is really forgotten compared with a lot of others. Everybody compares everything, I think, with West Kennet Long Barrow. But there are some subtle differences that make this the biggest long barrow, true long barrow in Britain. So we'll walk on and see how our little exploration in history goes. We're walking in amongst the trees here. We're going to go and have a look at Tilshead Ditch Barrow. And it is, I know, going to be absolutely amazing, I'm sure. And we'll challenge your beliefs on the size of long barrows and what you understood. But if it doesn't, we'll just have a good time anyway. Apparently along this trail too, there's a lot of troop carvings, some of which date back to 1945. So we'll have a look out for those as we carry on our way to the Old Ditch Barrow, or Long Barrow I should say. And it looks like a whole regiment have been carving on this one recently. And we can see some older carvings here. Would have been a star and some initials, perhaps a few other things as well. And just as I'm walking down through here, tree carvings are called arboglyphs. Older tree arboglyph here as well. There was or I should say there is one, of a 1945 American troop that did it when he was up on the plain, and a picture of that was taken and sent to his wife before she passed away in America, pledging his love for her. So that's a nice thing, isn't it? And walking through here is truly an idyllic walk on a day like today. It's just lovely. Got the shade of the trees coming through, the autumnal colours everywhere, leaves falling off the trees and crunching under my feet, ups and downs in a remote area of Salisbury Plain that's totally accessible. You can't beat history like that. And we're just coming up to the Long Barrow here, I can see by the gate. Now walking on top of the Long Barrow. I'll have a look at the side of it in a minute and the ditches, and truly incredible that this survives. And it's got great big ditches either side. So this is the sort of hill that it's on, and you can just see the ditches down there. Ditch on one side I should say, and then coming across, you need to walk forward a bit. You see the ditch down there as well. I will put on LiDAR map. and I'll put on a satellite map. I'll put on a location map. So you should know exactly where it is should you want to come and have a look at it. Looking at it from the southern face, looking towards the east, we can see that it is an impressive structure, albeit very overgrown, and goes all the way on to where we came in that area there. So very impressive, and just a wonderful thing to see. But I think we need to understand it perhaps a bit more to know why it was so big. So to understand the size of this long barrow, I have to compare it really with West Kennet Long Barrow to give you some idea in size. So the length of this long barrow is 120 metres. The length of West Kennet Long Barrow is 100 metres. The width of this long barrow is 23 metres. The width of West Kennet Long Barrow is 20 metres. The height of this long barrow is 3.5 metres. The height of West Kennet Long Barrow is 3.2 metres. Bearing in mind this is an earthen long barrow and West Kennet is a chambered long barrow. That is the only difference between the two. This long barrow dates to 4000 BC. The West Kennet Long Barrow dates to 3650 BC. So we'll have a look around and see what else we can find out in the area. So looking down the barrow there, it's believed to be the largest true long barrow in England. Excavations have been carried out by William Cunnington in 1802 and J. Thurnham in 1865. So with the barrow behind me, it's made up of black earth and coped with chalk. It is a cremation barrow in that they would have had two areas on this barrow that had flint bases made up of lots of flint where they cremated bodies. There were 3 skeletons that were also found in here as well during excavations. But it is a truly impressive and original long barrow. So it's not chambered at all. It may have had an alcove at the front, we don't really know on that one. But it is really, really a fantastic thing to see in Wiltshire. And just around this area there was found human bone which was imperfectly burned, as they say. So that backs up obviously that it was a crematorial place. At the eastern end of the barrow here, it was damaged between 1939 and 1946 by military vehicles and has since been repaired. It's got some wire down in the soil protecting it, but the military vehicles don't come over here anymore. And at this east-northeast end, so just round the other side of there, they found lots of animal bones, which was obviously signify that it was probably an area of gathering and celebration of Neolithic life, which is absolutely incredible. So with this superb long barrow behind me, I'm starting to get interested in long barrows now. Thank you very much for watching, and until the next time, goodbye.